Welcome to A Word from the Word for October 9th. Today's passage, Ezekiel chapter 42. Today's key verse. He measured it on the four sides. It had a wall around it, 500 cubits long and 500 cubits broad, to make a separation between the holy and the common. Ezekiel chapter 42 verse 20. Today's word from the Word. Boundaries of holiness.
In Ezekiel 42, we find the prophet sketching the outer court's perimeter, emphasizing the separation between the temple's sacred space and the surrounding areas. This distinction reminds us of the temple's sanctity and the reverence with which God's dwelling place was regarded. As we contemplate the significance of this outer wall, we realize its role in creating a boundary between the sacred and the secular, the holy from the ordinary. The concept of distinguishing between the holy and the unholy is a recurring theme throughout the Bible. In Leviticus 10:10, the Lord instructs the Israelites to differentiate between what is holy and what is common or unclean. This directive is part of the broader framework of purity laws in Leviticus, which regulated various aspects of Israelite life to maintain ritual purity. The call to separation is also echoed for Christ followers in 2 Corinthians 6:17, where believers are encouraged to come out from them and be separate, says the Lord. Touch no unclean thing, and I will receive you. This New Testament passage emphasizes the idea of spiritual purity and separation from worldly influences. 1 Peter 1:15-16 reiterates the call for believers to live holy lives, mirroring the holiness of God Himself. This involves setting boundaries for separating oneself from sinful behaviors and attitudes, seeking righteousness and purity in all aspects of life. This separation does not imply that we should remove ourselves from all contact with the world. We must stay to tell the story of God's great love to a hurting world. God establishes these boundaries out of love and concern for His people. Boundaries protect God's people from spiritual harm and contamination. Just as a fence keeps animals or crops safe from predators, spiritual boundaries keep believers safe from the influences of the world. By setting clear guidelines, He equips us to live lives that honor and please Him, and to walk in the fullness of His blessings and purpose. As Christians, we are called to separate ourselves from practices incompatible with our faith. Just as the outer wall encircled Ezekiel's future temple, so too must we establish boundaries in our lives to safeguard our relationship with God and protect the sanctity of His presence within us. May the boundaries of holiness guide your steps as you seek to separate the sacred from the profane. And may your life reflect the purity and righteousness of Christ. And may you draw nearer to the presence of God in every moment.
Thanks for joining us for today's Word from the Word. Please take a moment to like, subscribe, and hit that notifications bell